Hi guys, Aussie Expat here, coming out with a video on how to get a Submariner Date from an AD with no purchase history. Let's get this started. So quick wristwatch check, 116610 LV, the Hulk from 2019. I just got this today. I'm very excited. It's the conclusion to the story I'm about to tell. So in 2018, around October, my wife was pregnant with our first child, and I decided I'm going to move on from my Citizen and I'm going to get a Rolex. I'm going to get the Submariner I'd been craving for so long, and it's going to be a birth year sub for my son that I will eventually pass down to him. So I went to a big chain AD in a shopping mall just outside of Seattle, and I tell her I wanted to celebrate my first son's birth, which will happen in the following year, and I wanted a birth year Submariner that I could pass down to him when he's older. I knew my chances were slim, that the wait lists were long. I didn't quite realize that even though there's wait lists, that you may simply never get one. I went in anyway. She was quite kind. She goes, "What do you want?" And I go, "Oh, like that one." And she goes, "Well, that's a white gold Submariner. Are you sure you want that?" And I'm like, "No, I mean, just the black one, okay? Well, there's a white gold one of those too." I go, "No, just steel black with a date." And she puts my name on a card and off I go. Now, for many people, their experience of that without a purchase history, basically anything could happen at that point, and usually nothing. 2 weeks later, I get the call saying my sub date is in, and I am in shock. I really didn't anticipate getting a call for a watch that soon. I don't think anyone would, but this is also November 2018, and my son was not born yet, and I was buying this for a very sentimental reason, and that would be a birth year sub, and if it was 2018, it would literally not be a birth year sub. And I turned this story of absolute victory into shame. I rejected the offer. And so that offer was made to me with no purchase history and no games, to be honest. So it just goes to show that there are Rolex ADs and SAs that are receptive to people trying to celebrate lifetime achievements and without purchase history. Now, I think your request has to be reasonable. Just because you're having a kid doesn't entitle you to a Daytona or a Hulk, but a Submariner Date, a birth year Submariner Date, does seem like a very sentimental and very genuine request. And so these days, if I see someone about to have a baby, I do encourage them, if they want one, that they should make the move now. I don't think this could have worked in 2020 when there was a really big shortage of Rolexes. However, I think that when things get back to normal, as they are starting to now, I feel that there are going to be Rolex ADs and SAs that are going to be receptive again to getting someone a Submariner Date to celebrate a really important life event. Now, my story after rejecting that one in 2018, that SA did not find me another one in 2019. I did email and prod, but I didn't really put too much effort into it apart from the odd email. I didn't realize, really taking it to the next level was important. I did try to visit that SA in person, but it was at my convenience. I happened to be in the area. I tried to pop in. I didn't really check when she was actually working. So for the last 2 years, I've been living with that regret until today, where I finally get the 2019 sub, and I figured if I'm going to have to pay grey market prices, I may as well get the hottest watch that was out there at the time. And certainly now that this has been discontinued, the price has friggin' skyrocketed. But I can say faithfully now that my regret and mistake has now been erased with a lot of money, but I am very, very happy. Very, very happy. And in 30 years, when my son gives me grandkids, that's when I'll hand it over. I'm not handing over any Submariner of mine to some brat. I'll make a video about my experience purchasing from the grey market for the very first time. It's from another private seller, so the risks were high. I think I took a few steps that help protect me in this situation. And so I'll pass those on to you, but I'm by far from an expert. So until next time, don't like, don't subscribe, don't collect watches. But if you do like watches, please comment down below. Discourage other people from getting them because I want them all.